Ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands in attendance, for the millions watching on YouTube, I would like to welcome you back to the Mass Effect playthrough. Today, we are going to finish the Citadel. So let's just get started because I'm tired of waiting. Oh, we can actually view the nebula? Oh, okay, that's Codex. Of course. Alright, so when we last left off, we actually met right here. We met Rex and Garrus. Two pretty cool dudes. Neither one of them are going to be in my actual party because I want to actually get some achievements with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually leave them out of my party after this point. Well, okay, what? I don't get what's going on. There's a lot of side quests we can do right now. There's one important one I think right here with Emily Wong. It's actually along the way, so we don't have to do it. We don't have to go out of our way to go get this. We can just be right here.
What do you need?
And I like to be nice to her because what she does is she gives you a lot of money. She actually, later on in the game, you can actually come back and get another quest from her, which helps obviously more money and more experience points, but considering what it does in Mass Effect 2, hell, I'll do it. We're not going to do the investigation, of course. We're just going to consider it done.
Sounds like a good cause. If I find any information, it's yours.
Alright, thanks you, Shepard. Well, basically, what we're going to do is that's along the way, so we don't have to worry about that. Let me actually pause the game real quick and check my journal, because I want to make sure I have my missions right. Assignments on the top, that's your side quest, all that good stuff. As you can see, we see unusual readings while in the Citadel you uncover, blah. These are all basically the same thing. They're all side quests. We're actually going to do a couple side quests before... Well, actually, let me upgrade these guys. I did just get an upgrade. I'm going to put 1 point in Charm, 1 point in Throw, and 1 point into Pistols. Alright, and we're going to take him. We're going to put a couple points into Assault Rifle. About 3. I'm going to put a couple points into... If I'm right, yeah. He actually can equip heavy armor himself, which doesn't make much sense because he uses his own special armor, so it should be just his own special armor. But for the sake of convenience, they give him the ability to unlock heavy armor. We're going to put a couple points in Barrier and Warp. Actually, yeah, put one in there. And we're going to put one in Krogan Battlemaster. And as for Garrus, we're definitely going to want to get to that point where we can have him equip medium armor and use sniper rifles. So we're going to have to work on that. As you can see, he's also very good in decryption. He's a tech junkie, so you can actually make him, if you bring him along in your party, you can, he operates similar to Caden, or if you pick the tech class, it lets you do all the hacking and things like that. But we're gonna put a couple more points into Assault Rifle because we really want, if we're gonna play with him, which I'm not, but if we were, we would really want to use his ability for the Sniper Rifle. And we're going to get rid of all the codex. I don't know why I was bouncing back and forth like that. But, now I'm all tongue-tied up. If you have him in your party, he's a pretty good player. He's actually, in my opinion, unless you are a tech, he's good to have in your party over Caden. Because Caden can't fight, he can only use a pistol. And he's not too strong. Oh, this guy. Oh, this guy. This guy is here all game. Come back constantly to find him. He will be in all 3 games. And you might want to get acquainted because he's a complete and total moron.
They say a lot of things. I was too busy killing.
I love how Commander Shepard says he's too busy killing to keep count. That's awesome. I always like to appease him. Don't ever say no.
Here you go.
This quest is really kind of specific. You have to come back at certain times after doing certain things. You can come back and talk to him. you want to make sure you get here before you finish
Next
your
thing you know,
last
I learned
mission
I'd love
and
to
do
find
all
you.
the stuff for him.
Thanks again.
Each time you come back. For his quest, I'm not going to bother showing that on film. I'm really not going to want to waste all the time coming back here every time. It's almost a waste of time. There's quite a few of them on this. I'm actually going to show them all off right away, pretty much, so that we can get them out of the way. Saving it does this autosave a lot in this area, but let me tell you something about saving in this game. When you explore any planet, you want to save before you enter every building you enter. Trust me on this one. It cannot be overstated enough. This game does not do an autosave like most people do an autosave. Its autosave system is lacking. It's old school hard. It really is. The game itself is not actually that hard, but you can find yourself dying real quick. You don't have recovering health, and sometimes you could be just like me, stand there and get shot to death and wonder what the hell. But you know, other than that, of course, I'm the idiot who can die to anything in this game. But once we get to the second and third game, though, it's almost, for me personally, the second game is too easy. I want to say too easy, because I could beat it pretty quickly and I don't die a whole lot. I die like maybe once or twice in that game. But as far as Mass Effect 3, I've actually had a hard time in that game because some of the enemies, they fixed the AI.
What were you discussing with the Vulcan?
We're actually going to talk to her about problems. I know I was just talking about Mass Effect 3, but we want to talk to her. She's going to give us a quest for Flux's Cafe, which will help us in there. It gives us more chance for experience points.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
We got this girl. Her sister works at Cora's Den. That's exactly where we're going to meet Fist. Now, unfortunately, when we go to meet Fist, she's not actually going to be there. We're going to have to come back at a later time. But it's not too hard. It's pretty simple.
Being an informant is a dangerous.
Actually, you know what? Finding her is easy. It's after you get her and talk to her that it becomes a serious issue. Because what happens when you find her is that you end up having to do a long quest, and it's kind of difficult.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
I'm gonna try to stick to these videos around 30 minutes. I know I got a couple people complaining about the length of them, that they're too long at an hour. So maybe I'll do 2 30-minute videos in a day. That way people can adjust between them. The cool little thing here, these are Quasar. It's kind of this game's gambling. Play one real quick to show you what they do. Basically, you have to get, it's basically like blackjack, but unlike blackjack, you have to go to 20, not 21. And it's not cards, so you don't have to worry about wild cards. What I like to do is when I'm low like that, like a 5, I like to do 1 through 8. See, it adds up pretty shortly. And now what I'm going to do is actually add 4 to 7, add bigger numbers. Ooh, that's tough. 6, 6, 6, 6. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to add a 4 through 7 because I can hit 20. Oh, and I hit 20. Holy crap. That was not intended to do that, but this machine right here actually starts a quest too, but that normally doesn't happen. Usually I miss by like 1 number. But you gotta be patient with it. You gotta know what you're doing. Obviously, if the risk isn't there, don't take it. If you know you can hit on it, like if you have the highest you can go is 8, take the 1 through 8, play it, and just see if you get the 8. Because if you get like say you have 12, you get an 8. You get 20. If you get a 1, you get 13. It's not a big. Then you could play the X. Then you could play the 4 through 7 and get something. You know, so don't freak out. with that game. If you think your number's too high, don't think about it, overthink about it too much. It's not a big deal. Going down to the Presidium. Alright, like I said, we're doing a lot. I'm going to show off a lot of side quests in this game. But
protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team
I promise you one thing. I will finish this, the Citadel, in one of the 2 videos. There's no doubt about it. All I have to do is go down to Korra's Den. The minute I go down to Korra's Den, I can finish the mission real quick from there. Maybe 10-15 minutes length. I'm gonna try to definitely get that done, but I want to get some of the side quests out of the way. If you're using this as a guide to find all the keepers, okay, I actually welcome that, because I do know where all the keepers are, unlike some people. And I really like that this game has subtitles, by the way. I don't know if you're watching my Assassin's Creed videos, but Assassin's Creed 1 does not have subtitles. I want to know who the stupid idiot is who thought that subtitles wouldn't be a good thing in that game.
So how about it, Gareth? Is this better than ceasing?
Oh, this is one of the cool conversations we get between our partners.
Lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way. I'd say that beats CSEC.
There may just be hope for you yet, Turian.
Just like in Mass Effect 2, there are some missions for these guys to do separately, but it's not triggered in the same way where you get like extra, you know, oh, they like so they don't die at the end. It's nothing like that. It's just mostly for like weapons and stuff, for experience points. It's really kind of, it's nowhere near like an RP. Well, actually, you know, it's more RPG than the Mass Effect 2 handles. In Mass Effect 2, it makes it feel like it's necessary, like you have to do it. If you don't do it, you're not gonna survive. This one is not a good mission to do until much later. You should have, let's take a look. You should have about, no doubt, you should have at least 4 or 5 in Charm or Intimidate, because that thing does not want to listen to you unless you like giving away your money. If you like giving away your money, you'll solve that problem real quick. But me personally, I don't like giving away my money. What the hell am I doing? Alright, so we are about, I'd say, 14 minutes in. Almost 14 minutes in. Close to that, I would think. 13 or 14, yeah. So what we're going to do, let me take a look at my journal real quick. The fan, we already did that. Rita's sister, we're gonna go do that. We're gonna track the signal. Tracking the signal is not some, you know what we're gonna do? Oh wait, I can't do Korra's Den. Well, I can do Korra's Den, the main mission, but I can't do the other stuff in Korra's Den because I didn't do it when I was there first. So we're gonna continue the story. Like I said, another 15, 20 minutes or so of the story should be fine. We'll be able to complete the game. Well, complete the Citadel, actually. So, well, I don't know why that activated. I must have accidentally hit A when I was trying to run. In this game, you don't run until you're in battle, so that may throw some people off, but it's not a big deal. We're going to take the Citadel Rapid Transit, and we're going to go to Korra's Den. The wards. Korra's Den. Like I said, I'm going to keep Ashley and Caden in my party because I really want them to be there. I want to get those achievements. If you haven't guessed, there's a few achievements I haven't gotten, like beat the game on like all pro mode. I'm going to go right quickly into my equipment and make sure that I have the right equipment for each of my guys here. Oh man. The computer's way better than I am anyway at this stuff, so We're gonna see. Yeah, we're gonna give him the Banshee. What about sniper rifles? Yeah, let's give him the Avenger. Do I have any armor that they can wear? No. Didn't think so. But, alright. I know that's not much right now, but hey. I did pick Biotic. I did pick the Biotic Vanguard. I really love that class. If there was one thing I was going to keep being able to do, it's the Biotic Vanguard. Oh shit. I'm sorry about that right there, but that completely surprised me. I don't have barrier, do I? No, I do not. So I don't have a barrier yet. We're going to show you how to use your talents real quick. You hold RB on the Xbox 360 controller. I'm assuming that on PlayStation 3 it's going to be hold R1. And you just select what ability you want by pressing A. You can actually, you see how it says map? Basically that's when instead of holding it, you just tap the button real quick and it does it for you. You press Y, you get info, like for example, warp damages all nearby enemies and objects and makes them vulnerable to further damage. Adrenaline boost recharges all your talents. I wish that was in the next two games, but it is not. Well, it is for soldiers, but and this allows you to throw enemies. So we're gonna actually use a throw on him. Let's see where that takes us. Now you can see after I used it, I can't use that power anymore, but I can use other powers. Unfortunately, in the next game, the powers regenerate much faster. But when you use one, that you're stuck until your powers regenerate. It makes it much more streamlined. And I won't say arcade-like, but it does make it more streamlined, like an action game would be, instead of necessarily a RPG would be. An RPG would be you could use skills as long as you have MP. Actually, you know what? That sounds kind of RPG-ish too. I mean, you can't use unless you have the MP. And there may be a cooldown period. Now you can see that on my map, I actually have 2 explanation points. I can't. Those are part of the side quests. I can't access them right now. You know, it's unfortunate, but that's what they get for being slow to the party. Cool little fact, there was a thing here, you can shoot the environment and it works so well. I know I did it in the last video, but I never brought it up.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Oh, damn. These guys want to shoot me.
I'm on it.
Ordinarily, these guys do not shoot you, but I think I might have screwed up. Because most of the time I get some kind of stupid message where they're like, hey, we don't want to die. But I guess they wanted to die because they immediately became hostile and shot me. Oh, the shims are too. Alright, sweet. That should be a good weapon for us. You may notice sometimes when you come into your menu that for some reason outside of the realm of possibility, you got equipment. It actually tells you above your map too, so pay attention because that's when you get most of your information. We're actually going to use a warp. No, warp on. Yeah, there, that's fine. Sabotage. What does sabotage do? Overheats nearby enemies and burns them. Sabotage in later games is actually used to turn AI enemies against one another. So in here it doesn't feel right, but it's fine. I'm actually using a warp, so we're going to use a warp there.
Hold the line. Enemy is everywhere.
As you can see, and now we have the end. Alright.
Where's the quarry?
So we have Shepard asking where the Quarian is. Basically, Fist is going to tell us. In this room, I remember the Emily Wong side quest. In this room, there's information for her. I'll show you exactly where it is so you don't ever lose track of it again.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
So basically, we find out that Fist lied to this Quarian and told her that she could meet the Shadow Broker in an area. It's almost impossible to meet the Shadow Broker. We will meet the Shadow Broker in Mass Effect 2. However, the meeting the Shadow Broker is not what you think it is. It's not like some meeting. Obvious in this case, the Shadow Broker will not come out for her. One good reason to bring Rex along is because that's an added cutscene to this part.
Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
I'm in charge here. You ever pull another stunt like that?
It was the only contract I had left. And don't we have something more pressing to worry about?
Obviously, Garrus was a mercenary paid by the Shadow Broker to kill Fist. So in this case, he did exactly what was supposed to happen. Killed Fist. Now you see on this wall, easy decryption. We're going to decrypt it. And hopefully not screw up. Oh man, I almost screwed up. I did almost screw up. But as you can see there, we picked that up. There's a optical storage disk. That's what we're looking for. You see that? Pick that up. You will now have access to give to Emily Wong information for her investigation. A couple extra experience points. Don't have to go out of your way to do it. That is a great side quest. If I don't have to do anything, I am happier than a pig in a blanket. Oh, a pig rolling around in mud, I guess. I don't know. Obviously, the shotgun is not the ideal weapon to be shooting halfway across the field with. By the way, if you hold LB, you go to your weapon screen. Immediately equip the sniper rifle to Garrus if you have them. Equip the shotgun to Rex, it's his best weapon, and equip your best weapon, which happens to be the assault rifle. Theoretically, if you're playing as any class, you could play as there's a class out there that is basically biotic and tech, but unfortunately you have no weapon training, so you can't use weapons effectively. However, that means that it just explains what you can and can't do in this game. In this game, you can use all weapons. The only difference is when you're weapon trained in them, you can do the zoom in that I'm doing right there. I don't have to worry about aiming. Without it, you have to aim. As you can see, I can aim here. Watch. Oh wait, I'm trained in that. I want to equip that. Yeah, see, watch. I can't actually do the aim. And there's no reticule on the screen. So you're kind of stuck with what you got. But that's not a big deal for me. A lot of times, I've never had a problem. Because I always pick a class that lets me use those abilities. Alright, so the Quarian is in here. If we follow this route, we will meet the Quarian. As we can see right there. And a couple of assassins being dicks. We'll find out that she doesn't know that he's not the Shadow Broker, which she isn't, but she shouldn't know that.
The deal's off.
And she can apparently throw stuff around. We actually have to fight these guys off for her. We get in. Oh, come on. What the hell's going on? Oh, the damn keeper is in the way. Now, I want to make this clear. This should be not the way you fight guys. And that's why, because you will die. My gun overheated, and I did not take any cover. Stupid move. Right near the end, dude. I'm so upset about that. We're gonna go pick up the optical storage disk again. Pick up the wall safe. Alright, we're good to go. Again, a lot of the things I'm picking up, like the items that you put, you know, the upgrades for your weapons, armors, all that. I'm showing it off now because I don't have time to. But later on, when we finally get into the Normandy as our ship, I'm actually going to do it myself in the spare time that I'm going to have. You know, I'm going to do all the upgrades, do some of the quests that I know aren't there. And I may just edit the videos together to include some of the quests. Like I may edit how to do the quest with where you find stuff on planets. Trust me, it's not as impressive as it looks. I'm gonna actually do some scanning. I'll probably scan every planet, see what I can find, put them together, and make a post-commentary video about it. It'll be like an extra video for somebody to watch. Shouldn't be more than a 10-minute video as it is. Not my thing though. My thing is usually live commentary. I am planning on doing some more not let's play kind of games. Like I'd like to talk about games, just talk about games, and I'd love to get someone's opinion on talking about games and how they affect the industry as a whole. As it is, I'm thinking the first game will be Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. I know I'm saying that in this video, but I'm thinking that that might be a good way to move along. Make a video about how Call of Duty 4 changed the landscape of gaming. Because it's, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it did. It really did. And now I am dying again. Thankfully, I have cover to hide behind. Again, you are a pussy until you get, if you don't hide behind stuff. It's kind of, I like to compare it to being like real. You think about it, it's more real, you know? Alright, now we find out about Tally.
Don't worry about Fist. He got what was coming to him.
And we find out who, yeah, by the way, that's her name, Tally.
Who are you?
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
We could take her to the human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
It's a good thing, too. But she's actually the 5th member of our party. Surprising, but we've almost had an entire games, all our party's almost completely filled out of people we bring along. Crazy.
Who's this? Aquarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
You want to prove Saren's a traitor? This is it.
A lot of times, even though it says 3 different things, it is only one sentence he says.
My name
Or she. I gotta give up props. I did not think about this, but there is a female version of Shepard you could play as. At this point in time, I have no intention of playing as a female. I don't think it changes much of the game.
What kind of evidence
But,
did you find? How did
you know, in the third game it does. The third game it does change somewhat, but
They drove my people into exile.
not in the first two.
Ventured beyond the veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted
Now
world.
Tali is cool. I'm gonna explain Tali in a moment here.
Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
What did you find out?
Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
Saren won't get out of this one.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
I know I'm being quiet through this cutscene for the most part, and I apologize. It's just this is such a big storyline moment here. It actually pretty much says Saren's a traitor and a rogue, and he's the main villain of this game.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
Spoiler alert! Killer of the game is Saren.
Were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years
But
ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, That's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out.
Now, I think this is just...
The Geth revere the Reapers
Ow.
as gods. The
This is a lot of information to actually absorb if you've played the whole series like I have. Right off the bat, this, like, you would look at this, come back to this part, and you would understand entirely where this is coming from. This is a lot of information. You learn about Protheans, Reapers, Geth, Saren, whoever that other woman is, you'll learn about in a few moments with the Council. It's huge. And you actually learn about the Quarians too. So there's a lot of information that is said in this one cutscene alone, and you wouldn't know it until you play the other two games how much information there is.
I'll take all the help I can.
Alright, now that Tali is officially joined our squad, I'm going to explain her a little bit. She's actually a huge techie. Huge techie. I mean, she would destroy Tech TV if Tech TV was still around. We're actually going to take her with us. We're going to add to squad. And let's bring along Ashley, because I like to bring along Ashley. But, you know, she's a huge techie, and her weapon of choice is a shotgun. Now, of course, again, I'm not going to use her in my party, but she's similar to Garrus in a way, because she can do all the things that he can do, decryption and things, but she's more tech and less about strength, whereas Garrus can, like, kill people. She can kill people too, but Garrus can get one-shot kills. Alright, so let's go to the Council. Let's get this done and over with, and we will end up... It's probably where we'll end up. I'll actually do a video based... So, this guy... We're going to talk to him real quick. Get this quest started. It's a side quest.
It's no trouble.
This one has a crucial impact on the second and third game. I can't explain how much because I don't want to ruin.
I'm Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. I served in her unit.
Chief Williams, it is a pleasure.
If you bring Ashley along, which is convenient that I did because I completely forgot about it, but she would actually serve with her, so that's pretty cool.
I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Oh, I got you, you little bastard. A little fly. If you're wondering, that was a fly.
I can put in a word with the embassy and speed things along.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker.
We'll go talk to him like I said, we'll go talk to him soon. But this case has a lot to do with the future games. It's really nothing to do in this game. It doesn't affect any. In fact, I could say that about a good portion of this game. That, you know, like Emily Wong case. Of course, when you do her case, she gives you. She basically comes back in the second and third games as a more important character. Well, not really. She's not really important at all. But you can see what helping her did, which is pretty cool. BioWare has done something that, well, only Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie did. You know, these games let you take your character from the last game and port them in. Now, in Mass Effect 2, you start off at level 1, but it's understandable why you start off at level 1. And also in level 3, in Mass Effect 3, you start off at level 30. So, you actually see the development of your character over time. So, it's pretty neat. But what I really love is the ability to bring your character in. You know, all the decisions you made affect the whole entire universe, at least the universe you create, you know, by what you do. It's, like I said, only Banjo-Tooie did it. Banjo-Tooie was a throwback in a way. Well, not a throwback. What am I saying? A throwback. It was a fast forward because you could you kept all the skills from the first game, which was really cool. So, to be able to do that in games with sequels is just, man, they need to More companies need to do that. Every time I play a new Zelda game, I get so upset that I don't have some of the items you would think Link would have to begin with, like a bow. The bow should be like a standard item. It should be like starting gear for Link, along with his sword and shield. And I understand each one is a story, but it really, like I played Majora's Mask. Why didn't I start with a bow? He carried the bow over from the first game. I can understand if it was the slingshot, he outgrew the slingshot. But come on, it's a bow. What about the boomerang? He outgrew the boomerang? Oh, wait, they don't even have the boomerang in the game. You have to use the mask. The Zora mask. Oh, man, it sucks so bad. Can't even make it work right. Talk to Captain Anderson again. And we will be moving up to hear about the council. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I'll tell you this isn't very important. It's only important to this game.
One step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is. This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Venezia.
She must be working with the Geth, too.
Matriarch Venezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
It's a good thing, too, but
More interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
we're about to get our ship, and when I get our ship, that's it. I'm going to end the video. I know I'm running... The video is running pretty long. I know it's going to run about 40 minutes or so. I don't want to do... I really don't want to stick to that. Well, 40 minutes isn't too bad. 10 minutes over. But I'd rather stick around 30 minutes. That way I can get as much in as possible. I think most quests take about 30 minutes to an hour. So you could pretty much divide a series of missions into half and half.
Machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish?
What's funny is some of the missions, like some of the side quests don't feel like side quests, they actually feel like important missions in the game. Trust me, they are important for everyone.
Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation.
When we play the third game, I'm going to show you the map that they give us. They give us a map of where each system is. Citadel space, Terminus systems. It's actually quite massive. It covers the entire Milky Way galaxy. And there's certain parts of the Milky Way galaxy that are owned by certain people. It's crazy.
I faced Saren on Eden Prime and exposed him for a traitor. I've proven myself.
And then we're about to be turned into a Spectre.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
I know, I just made that reference to a certain movie franchise. But it's because it feels very similar to that franchise. I can't help it. Even when you start the game, the ship comes in, you know, you don't get the crawling text, the scrolling text. But I don't know, man, it feels so similar to, and I don't want to say the name. I really don't know if I'm allowed to even say the name. If you put it in the comments, that's fine. But I don't want to get in trouble for saying it.
The embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our...
A good thing about becoming a Spectre is you actually get more... You get the ability called Unity. You actually have to upgrade to it, but you get the ability Unity. Unity is the... When your partners die, you can bring them back to life. I want to say it's useful, because it is useful. But at the same time, I wish I could use it on myself.
What's my first mission?
As like a healing spell.
I'll find him.
Obviously, I said, again, we're not going to do much investigation. I know it said any leads, but we're going to pick up some leads right here anyway.
Congratulations, Commander. We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the CSEC Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Office.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Okay, I know I'm running late on time here. I really apologize for that, but I gotta get to my ship.
He's got a lot on his mind. Come on.
Right behind you, Commander.
See, like I said, Spectre training unlocked. Thankfully, like I said, I gotta get to the ship. I can't waste time running around. Oh, here we go, Spectre training. Put 4 points in and we get Unity, which is what we actually are going to do with all 4 points. I know, pretty crazy to think, but we're going to do it because... Oh, wait, what am I doing? Undo talent points. We're going to put only in assault rifles, combat armor, assault training. Oh, I unlocked adrenaline boosts, assault training again, and combat armor. I'm just going to auto level her up. She actually only can use basic armor. She doesn't have any advanced armor. Kind of sucks. As long as you don't open your if you're at your equipment limit, as long as you do not open up your equipment menu, you will never go over. Wait, no. Let me rephrase that. If you don't open up that equipment window, you won't have to get rid of the items that you picked up. So what I suggest usually is for people to go and sell some items to the requisitions officer downstairs, or again, I'm not going to talk to you guys. I know, I'm doing a lot of stupid running around. I should just run right to the transit and just transit right to the CSEC Academy, because the minute I get it, Presidium. Maybe I should go to wards. Yeah, CSEC. That's where we want to go. It's in the wards. It'll basically send us right outside the elevator to our ship. Which definitely helps us get there quicker. We're gonna go to the docking bay, go upstairs. In the next episode, I promise to show you everything. Oh, this is by the way, this is a main quest mission, or not main quest, but a side quest mission. They'll give you information. You can go there. Like I said, I want to get into the ship, because the minute we get into the ship, I can finish the recording, and then we can record smaller sections, such as I could put together videos of different side quests. Maybe 10 or 20 minutes each, and that'll help save some time on this game, because a lot of side quests are huge. Like I said, we go talk to him and we get our ship.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
What kind of leads do we have?
Saren's gone. Don't even try to.
We're gonna get some information here. He's gonna tell us to go to a couple planets, one planet in particular for the next party member, and the other one to get. See, they tell us a couple planets, Novaria and Ferris.
Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
Anything else?
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was...
Yeah, see, an Uncharted world. So, that's a big thing about this game. We basically get Uncharted worlds. Worlds where people don't know anything about what the world is. So, we have to go and find... We can, like, explore the entire cluster. And you get to drive around the Mako in an area. The area is similar to RPGs, which is pretty cool.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop Saren.
That's exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre.
Exactly.
I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Alright, so we're just going to get onto the ship, and we are going to... I'm not going to exit right away, but I'm going to get back on the ship. I'm going to get this gravy train rolling. I don't know where that term came from. If you see this, the decontamination, I think it's funny that they do this. They're like, "Oh, we got to decontaminate you." The reality is decontamination is just an excuse to load the game. To load up the ship level.
Captain Anderson survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on the chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere.
I actually really like Joker too. I don't know why people... I'm waiting for the robot chicken to... I'm waiting for Robot Chicken to make fun of Mass Effect, especially since Seth Green, the guy who voices Joker, is part of the game. But I'm thinking that that's probably not in the contract. Like, his contract with EA, now it's EA. But before it was just BioWare and Microsoft Game Studios. But the funny thing is I keep thinking that he's going to eventually do one. But he doesn't do one.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
Oh, man. There's got to be one. I mean, you could get Mark Muir. Mark Muir? I'm sorry, dude. I'm butchering your name. If you're watching this, I apologize. I know how hard it is to get some names right.
And I promise you all, we will stop it.
Well said, Commander. Captain would be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
That's right, Shepard. We cannot fail. I get +2 Paragon points. It's always good to have a little bit because it lets you move up in your ability to charm or intimidate, which is completely helpful. Alright, so we're going to go to the map. We're going to take a look at the map real quick. We're going to exit so that we can make the save there. We're actually going to save the game. Yes, we want to override save, and we will be done. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I know that the video ran a little bit longer than I wanted to, but there's a lot of information that we just digested. So, I'll see you guys next week with another video for Mass